Imagine this beautiful pink dress started its life in a bustling factory in Bangladesh, sewn together by a woman working long hours for minimal pay. From there, it was shipped thousands of miles to a trendy boutique in New York City, where it was sold for $100. It was worn once for a special occasion and then forgotten, just hung in a closet forgotten. Eventually, it was donated to a thrift store where it remained unsold and ended up in a landfill. But what if this dress could tell its own story? It would speak of the countless resources consumed in its creation, the human lives intertwined in its existence, and the environmental impact of its disposal. This single dress is symbolic for the hidden costs of fashion: financial, emotional, and environmental. But what if this dress could have a different journey? What if instead of being discarded, it could be passed around from person to person, continuously loved and worn without the need for money? Can you imagine a world where fashion is free? How would that change our relationships with clothing, our communities, and the planet? Today, we're going to explore the hidden costs of fashion, an innovative business model, and a vision for a sustainable future. It's time to rethink our relationship with fashion. Did you know that 80% of the American closet hasn't been worn in the last year? Now think about your own closet. Now get that I'm calling some of you out here right now. How many of the items that are there have you bought, worn once, okay, maybe a handful of times, and for some of you, never, tags and all? This is not a small problem, and it's not unique to you. This is something that nearly every single one of us can identify with. And it's a reflection of our desire to wear something that makes us feel really good and how wasteful our consumption patterns can be. Now consider this. The average American spends over $1,700 on clothing annually. That's nearly $150 a month. Many of these purchases are driven by fast fashion, cheap, trendy clothing that ends up in the trash after just one or two wears. The price of fashion isn't just what we pay at the register, but in the pollution, the waste, and the exploitation embedded in every single garment. What if there was a way to enjoy fashion without the constant pressure to spend? It's time we rethink our relationship with fashion. Scrolling social media, we're bombarded by images of the perfect lives and stylish wardrobes and the constant pressure to keep up with the latest trends. Ladies, do you remember shoulder pads? They're back. And yeah, I hear you. You knew about skinny jeans though, right? They're out. Guess what? Just heard the other day they're making a comeback. According to who? Who decides these things anyway? It's like we're in Oz and there's someone calling the shots from behind the curtain. Like, it's exhausting. And the reality of it is that most of our budgets don't even allow for it anyway. And it's not just about the clothes. It's about the constant comparison and the belief that our worth is attached to our appearance. This pink dress, for example, it's representative of a special event, but it also symbolizes the constant pressure to keep up with fashion standards changing and or the desire to wear something that makes us feel really good. One survey found that Instagram is the worst social media platform for mental health. The emotional toll of constantly comparing ourselves to others and feeling like we're not good enough is far greater than we realize. The fashion industry is one of the worst polluters in the world. Did you know that it takes over 714 gallons of water to make one cotton t-shirt? That is equivalent to what one person drinks in 2.5 years. The fashion industry consumes over 24 trillion, that's trillion with a T, gallons of water annually. That is equivalent to what 5 million people need. The fashion industry is responsible for over 10% of the global carbon emissions. Or how about that the average person discards over 81 pounds of textiles every single year? Many of those things could be repurposed and used. In 2018 alone, in the US, we discarded over 11 million tons of textiles into landfills. What if there was a way to enjoy fashion without the negative environmental impact? It's time we rethink our relationship with fashion. Okay, we're going back to your closet. Let's say you have a special event coming up this weekend, right? So you're scanning. Maybe it's a wedding, a work event, concert, maybe a hot date. There's nothing that feels quite right. What if you had a different option? I mean, we've all had that experience, right? Where you have a closet full of clothing and nothing to wear. But what if you could, instead of stressing about what you don't have, you had a special place to go? A special place where you had access to everyone's closet. So you pop over to this special place and you find this beautiful pink dress, just perfect for your special event. So you take it home, you wear it, and for that night, it's part of your story. But at the end of the night, it doesn't go to the back of your closet to be forgotten. It goes back to that special place, ready for the next person's story. Maybe next week, this pink dress is worn by a mom for a special work event. The week after that, it's picked up by a college student for a friend's party. Always ready for the next adventure. Never sitting idle and never wasted. This special place is that innovative business model I was referring to, where there's not a constant pressure to spend. You can enjoy fashion regardless of your age, size, financial situation, and sustainability is at the heart of the culture. Did you know that there is enough clothing on our planet for the next 6 generations of people? Let that sink in for a minute. That's a lot. That number was astounding to me. And we're throwing it away. Like it's almost like it's single-use items, like plastic forks and spoons. If there's so much that we're literally throwing it away, can't we just somehow make it free? That question drove me to experiment with a membership-based clothing swap model, where the value lies in the community and the shared joy of sustainable fashion. You see, there are some real challenges with traditional swap-type models. They're usually time-sensitive, a bunch of people getting together for an evening or maybe a weekend event. They're not inclusive for size, style, or age. The value of the items, that's a real problem. Some people are bringing name brand, high-end items, while other people are bringing off-brand, lower quality, or fast fashion items. How about if you pick something up that has a stain or it's broken and you don't know until you get home? These are real challenges. This model solves all of them. So while swapping isn't a new concept, during my research, I couldn't find a model where the clothing was free with a membership for access to a store. This model would allow all people, regardless of age, size, style, or financial situation, to bring in all of their unloved, unworn, doesn't fit items and exchange them for new things, giving them consistent access to circulation without the exchange of money. And the impact doesn't stop there. Even items that are ripped, stained, torn, and broken are deconstructed and upcycled into new things. Nothing is wasted. The culture is built on the idea that everything and everyone has value. There would even be community swap events. Because it's not just about swapping clothes, it's about changing the way that we think about and value these items. Everyone would be welcome to these community swap events. Even if they're not a member, everything would be given away for free. Helping families get back to school clothes, workwear, or just even basic essentials. You see, this is where fashion becomes not about consumption, but about community and connection. This is social impact. It's time we rethink our relationship with fashion. You see, this model is designed to provide value through circulation as seasons change and as you navigate your life. So you need a new jacket for winter or a swimsuit for summer? Done. You've gained or lost some weight? No problem. This model allows members to experiment with style, size, and life changes without the financial burden. No risk, no guilt. It takes a lot of passionate people coming together who believe in this revolution to make a model like this thrive. And I believe with my whole heart that this model can be successful in any community on the planet. We need a more sustainable option where consumerism isn't driving the bus, exploitation isn't embedded into every single garment, and the planet isn't paying the price for all of it. It's time we rethink our relationship with fashion. Today, we've explored how a clothing swap can transform the way that we think about fashion. We've seen how removing the barrier of money changes our relationship with clothing, the profound impact it can have on individuals, the community, and the planet. Together, we can make a difference. One swap, one dress at a time. I encourage you to rethink how you engage with your own wardrobe. Consider the life cycle of every single piece of clothing. Imagine a world where fashion is free, sustainable, and accessible to everyone. It's a vision where every single dress, like the one I'm wearing today, gets a new life, giving joy and purpose to many lives, not just one. The future of fashion is not only about what we wear, but how we think about clothing. What if clothing were free? It's time we rethink our relationship with fashion. Thank you.